without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome our first guest of the night. He's a regular on the show. He's the owner of Appleton Cigar, which has the largest, ladies and gentlemen, selection of sticks, as they call them. Greg, did you know cigars were called sticks?
No. I did not know that.
Dude,
I'm about to learn, and I love that. I love to learn.
I love that word. The largest selection of sticks north of Milwaukee. He has also appeared famously in a music video he may or may not want to talk about. He joins us now over the phone, Mr. Norm Kepesky. Hey, Norm.
Evening, boys.
How are you?
How are you tonight? I'm doing great. How about you guys?
Doing well.
Doing very well. It's great to have you back on the show. Before we get started, Norm, do you have a favorite all-time sports moment?
As a boy, I remember, I think it was Paul Molitor pitching, filling in at second base, and he made a tag that I still don't know how they did that. I mean, the throw was right on the money. His mitt didn't have to move more than an inch to make the tag, and just between the relay throw and that catch, it was just fantastic.
That is that's like a great little moment, right? Like just in the middle of a game, just a moment. I love it. That's great.
I had something recently. I went to the Brewers game when they played the Yankees a couple weeks ago, and Bryce Terang, who I kind of believe could just be his own baseball team at this point. He's just so talented. He did a jumping leap tag out that they had to go back and look, and it wasn't like they called it safe, and they were like, nope, challenge, and we saw it in the whole state. You heard one part of the stadium go insane because they knew he was safe, and then one small part just like, oh, it was the Yankees fans. That was great. That was a great moment, and I loved it was the greatest baseball game I've ever been to in my life. But yeah, I love those great moments, especially when it happens for the Brewers.
Yeah, excellent choice, Norm. My co-host approves for sure. Hey, so all right, we brought Norm on because he has this great event coming up right around the corner. Is the 3rd annual Smoke on the Fox, which Appleton Cigar is co-sponsoring with Lions Tail Brewing Company. It's Monday, June 8th. Norm, what can you tell us about this? Every year you come on to talk about this, it sounds like it gets bigger and bigger every year, and it sounds just fantastic.
Yeah, so like you said, this is our 3rd event. This is our fundraiser that we do for Fox City's Veteran Council. So the proceeds of our event goes directly to Fox City's Veteran Council, which helps our veterans that are at risk in our community, whether that's housing or medical care, mental health care. It helps these guys get plugged in and helps them to stabilize when they get out of the military for whatever reasons that may be, medical or injury related. Or maybe it was just their time to muster out. So we want to do right by these guys, especially with Memorial Day just behind us, Veterans Day not too far away. So it's our opportunity to give back as a cigar community, and that's really what we try to focus it on. We got a cigar roller coming in, so that's called a torsidor in the Latin verbiage, in the Spanish, a torsidor.
Nice.
So these guys will take your filler tobacco, your wrapper, and your binder, and they're going to be making cigars and kind of handing those out as we're going through the night. We got several different reps from across the nation that are flying into town. Julio Roa from Aladino Cigars is coming in. That's kind of a big deal if you're an uber cigar nerd like I am. He's kind of one of the OGs of the boutique lines of cigars.
Nice.
So that's pretty cool for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I'm looking at this poster here, this flyer that was sent. It could just be like, oh, we're going to have fun. We're going to smoke some cigars. This is a big thing happening. It is a good price tag, but you get a lot for your value. And as you said, you are helping the vets, which is something that I believe we can all stand behind as well. But like, this isn't just like a come smoke some cigars and, have some fun. This is like a real super, is this really for folks who are into this world of cigar smoking, or is it for everyone really who just wants to have fun and help out?
If you want to come by and you're not into cigars, come on by. Yeah. Lions Tail's got a great line of beers for the night. We got food trucks coming in. So come in, hang out. We'll pass the bucket at the night. If you want to contribute directly to Fox City's Veteran Council, we can help facilitate that. it's geared towards the cigar people.
Yeah.
So we try not to dial in so hard on the nerd crowd that we kind of wipe out the occasional, the golf course smoker. But yeah, we try to make it approachable for anybody that either is a cigar aficionado themselves or is family to one. Yeah.
It's for a great cause, and your money. Tell us where we can get tickets, Norm, and then I'll let people know what they get for the money because it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so if you go to our website, AppletonCigar.com, on there you're gonna see options to buy tickets for Smoke on the Fox. We still have our early bird pricing going on. We're gonna run that for, I think, until next week Friday, and then from there we go to gate prices. But yeah, that's really what it's about. AppletonCigar.com. It's
so great because you get 2 drink tickets for beer. 18 premium cigars.
Oh my gosh.
That's worth the price of admission right there, depending on the cigars, I'm sure. And then bonus event cigar entry. There's raffles. And is our pal Tim Cody involved in this from the Fox Valley Veterans Council, Norm?
He absolutely is.
Oh, that's great. Tim's a great guy. So it's for a great event, folks. Check it out. And you said you still have early bird pricing available. There also is a swag bag, Norm. What's in the swag bag? Can you give us a sneak peek?
Yeah. So our vendors, our cigar reps that are coming into town, those guys are going to be bringing, whether it's lighters, cutters, ashtrays, highball glasses for your bourbon that's etched with the brand name on it. So that kind of stuff, whatever table you end up sitting at, those reps will be giving you table gifts that goes in the swag bag. But then also we've got Nate from Vita. They help with keeping your humidor at the correct humidity. He's going to be bringing stuff along. We've got the raffle prizes. So I know we're going to have at least 7 entire boxes of cigars. So you have a chance, 1 in 7 chance to take home an additional 20 cigars. And those will range anywhere from a $300 box all the way up to a $900 box.
My goodness.
And so, yeah, really try to give everyone a reason to show up.
Now, I've worked in the brewery world, and I've met a lot of beer people. I've worked, in many different, where there's a culture where there's a deep dive, and like you just referred to yourself as a cigar nerd. What brought you to this world? Was it something that just came to you, or was it something that a family member was like, "Here, kid, try this." I'm not encouraging smoking of minors, of course, but just saying, what brought you into the world of cigars? Because it's a very niche world.
Yeah. So my dad and grandfather smoked cigars occasionally when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't really anything that interested me until I was in my mid-20s, and my brothers were grown, and we would get, there's 5 of us, so 4 boys and then my dad. We would get a 5-pack of cigars, and we would sit around and smoke them and kind of catch up on life. And so it was kind of that oriented around community. It happened to be family community for us, but it was oriented around community and just kind of catching up on life and kind of building that brotherhood that we as men need to build to keep our heads screwed on straight. And it just kind of kept going from there. We went from quarterly to monthly to try to get a smoke in every week as often as we can. And then you start building other little satellite communities out of that, different friend groups that enjoy it periodically, and volunteer groups, whether it's working out at Life Fest or working at Crossroads or different things like that, where you got people that are kind of working together on a shared mission, and we kind of pass the cigar around, sit around the campfire and do some catching up.
That's so great. Our guest is Norm Kepesky. He is one of the co-owners of Appleton Cigar. Definitely check out this place, folks. They have the largest selection of cigars north of Milwaukee, 710 cigars to choose from, walk-in humidor. It's just a great spot. Norm, you just talked about community, and I think I told you this before. The first time I went into a cigar lounge or store, I remember telling you a friend of mine invited me, and he said, "We'll go smoke a cigar." I'm like, "What are we going to do? Just sit there?" And it was one of the best times. You're so right about community. It's you just start jawing with other people, and it's great. What can people expect if they go into Appleton Cigar? What's that experience like if someone hasn't been to one before?
Yeah, so you're going to get greeted at the door. That's one of the things that we've really pride ourselves on, that everyone gets a warm welcome. You get a personal tour into the humidor to help you find a cigar that is going to help fit the night for you, whether you're celebrating, whether you're mourning someone's close, a good dog, or you're just out and you want some company for the night. We're going to help you pick out a cigar that fits you and fits what you're trying to go for that night. And then we're going to get you hooked up with a drink, soda, coffee, bourbon, one of the Lions Tail beers. And we'll get you lit up. We'll get you comfy in one of our chairs. And from there, it's maybe the baseball game's on. Maybe it's the Packers. We're watching old school Lord of the Rings or something like that on TV.
Oh, nice.
And you could run into Navy fighter pilots, Air Force fighter pilots, rather. We got a Navy recruiter who's in the house often, retired Marine, 3-star general, corporate executives, blue-collar workers, young guys that are attending Lawrence, going for their music majors in the various fields. It can be firefighters. I mean, we get quite a variety. So it's very common to run into an interesting conversation.
That's fantastic.
If nothing else, you're just listening. Yeah. We try to
exactly.
We try to run a cheers vibe.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they have poker nights too. We can find out more about that when we come back. We've got Norm Kepesky.
Can I just
here.
give you $20 and not play? Because I'll be terrible.
Save yourself the gas money, Greg. We're coming right back. We'll have a few more minutes with our pal Norm Kepesky. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll tell you more about Smoke on the Fox, and we'll tell you what cocktail goes perfect with a good cigar. This is Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach at Nightlight on the Civic Media Network. Back. This is Nightlight with Pete Schwaba and Greg Bach, and that is how you light it up, folks. You have a cigar aficionado on your show as your guest. He is one of our sponsors. Norm Kepesky is here from Appleton Cigar. Definitely check it out. It's just a great spot right there in Appleton. He's got a great event coming up called Smoke on the Fox, June 8th from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Lions Tail Brewing Company in Neenah. This is a great cause, folks, and all the proceeds go to the Fox Valley Veterans Council. Not all the proceeds, but a substantial amount of the proceeds go there and to help veterans. So first of all, I think, Greg, you said this earlier, it's a great event when you just see the lineup and what they're offering, but when you see where the money goes, it's
Absolutely.
even better. Norm, so you also, I've told you just at the break and over the course of our friendship that I used to love smoking a cigar with a glass of whiskey. Neat. You've got a couple whiskey samples you're offering at the event.
Yeah, so we got Old Station 31, which is out in Dale, Wisconsin, the big old town of Dale, Wisconsin. They took over an old abandoned fire station and set up a distillery, and they're bringing out their stuff. We got J. Henry is bringing up their portfolio of different bourbons, their red corn bourbons. And those are the two guys that we're highlighting. I think Ledge Rock out of Fond du Lac is coming up as well. And, so we're going to have some different samples going on. Lions Tail's got a full bar. So if you're more bourbon than beer, step on in there and they can hook you up as well. If the different samples just wet the whistle and fail to satiate the appetite.
For sure.
Now, I've had a lot of good conversations with local business owners, and one thing that I always see the through line and the connective tissue, regardless of whether it's a cigar shop, whether it's a printing press, whether it's a tattoo shop. I don't know why I said printing press. This isn't the 1920s, but whatever.
Cotton gin.
I went for it. But it's a commitment to the community and community service and serving the people around you. And, something like this shows a real, commitment to that. What are other things that you do with Appleton Cigar Company in the community that people, like other events that may be coming up, or just ways you also give back, whether it's, it's people coming in and saying hello, that's enough for a lot of people just knowing they have a space, but are there other events you take part in?
There certainly is. My whole family, personally, we're heavily involved with Life Fest down in Oshkosh. It's a 4-day Christian music festival. And so we're on the volunteer teams that helps build the grounds, runs the grounds, and then packs it up at the end of the event. A lot of my core customer base is either attendees there or they're volunteering with me. And then during Oktoberfest, I'm part of another nonprofit called the Bearded Villains, Northeast Wisconsin Bearded Villains. And you can't see me, but I have a pretty heavy beard.
We got a picture up, Norm.
We're looking at a picture right now, Norm. We see it. We see the power.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yep. And so we do a fundraiser for that during the Oktoberfest. We have a beard competition, best in class, 6 inches or under and 6 inches and longer. And the funds that go from that then go back into the community, whether it's like Levin, which helps get homeless people off the streets for the night, specifically during our cold Wisconsin winters. Whether it's like the Christy Ann Center, helping domestic abuse victims, different organizations like that we'll do fundraisers for and then funnel the money back into those entities. And so it's like you said, like communities, we all need each other. I need customers. Customers need the products we're offering. And without each other, life just gets a lot more boring.
Yeah. Boy, that's a great answer.
Thank you, Norm.